As soon as they catch them, they got him. Ah, fight off. Still don't have him. Whoa, this is actually quite exciting. Look at him, try to get him from the inside. Hello and welcome everybody. What an interesting topic we have today. Rob Jeffrey sent me his footage and asked, hey, how do you train for an unknown race distance? And I said, Rob, what do you mean an unknown race distance? And he said, well, there's something in the UK, it's called bump races. I said, bump? Yeah. And this is what it looks like. Exactly this. So you basically row along a pretty small canal where you can't do anything else. And instead of trying not to bump into each other, the goal is to bump into each other. And the idea is that as soon as you bump into the next guy's boats, so when the black guys bump into the white guys, this is when the black guys have just won something, so that they're up one level. And the goal is not to get caught and to catch somebody else, or catch somebody else before you get caught. And that's an interesting concept, really interesting concept, because these canals go on forever. And I asked Rob, okay, but is there any typical numbers? And say, yeah, sometimes you get caught in the first minute, so you're gonna be freaking fast in the first 60 seconds. Usually, he says, the top college crews, also from Cambridge and so on, so not small groups, really big ones, they typically race around 90 seconds until they have a bump. That's pretty sprinty, okay. Usually the race duration is 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, that's a whole different thing. And then he says, well, sometimes if you have bad luck, a chase can take up to 10 minutes. So there you are at the start and say, oh my God, what is happening? Exactly, this is a bump. Look, every boat repair guy's dream. Every boat repair guy's dream. As soon as they catch them, they got him. Ah, fight off. Still don't have him. Whoa, this is actually quite exciting. Look at him, try to get him from the inside. They just got him. They got him. Excellent. If I were a boat repair guy, that would be a hell of a business. And they just say, hey, cool, we just bumped into you. I say, hey, bring me your boat, I'll repair it. That's good business. I mean, who came up with this? It's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Okay, now back to the topic. How do you train for this, physically speaking? I think there are a couple of principles you'd need to follow. The first one is you need a solid endurance basis. And with this, I mean, and let me talk about lactate, because this is so easy to handle. Low steady state individually for every athlete. So don't give them just 2-stroke rate 80 to 20 full force 90 minutes. For one athlete, this is going to be 3 to 4 millimole. It's going to be burned afterwards. For the other athlete, it's going to be like 1.5 millimole. It's going to be happy and fine. So I would actually make sure that I'd measure lactate every once in a while. These measurement devices are pretty cheap. They're around $400 or so. So for a team, this should be feasible. When we do training plans here at RM Training, so when people work with us, so they want us to coach them, write remote training plans and everything. What we do is we look at their main peak of season, maximum 2 peaks of season, and all the rest is incorporated. And then we try to, another bump. Good, and both now. Yeah, 8 months to go, 6 months to go, I would work intensively on basic endurance. So I try to have a lot of variation between 1 mil and up to 3-4 millimole. And I would consistently play the piano up and down. So I would make sure that my athletes are 60 to 70% of the time under 2 mil, and the rest between 3 and 4. This is how you build that basis of a pyramid. And the closer you come to your peak of season, so 6 months, 4 months, 3, 2 months, I would start to up the intensities, because all the athletes still draw from the massive endurance they've done 6 months, 8 months before the main peak of season. And now you can work on the peak, which means I would I would keep the low stuff. 60, 70%, 80% is still low stuff of all the minutes you do. But then I would add some stroke rate restricted full force pieces. Things like 8 minutes or 6 minutes at stroke rate 24 to 26 full force over the middle drive. Give them a break, and the day after you do a session with a 2 millimole for 10 minutes and the rest easy, so they clean out. That's one of the main principles. The closer you become, the closer you get. I would train like for a 1K, but with more basis endurance. So I would do things like 4 minutes high intensity. Now we're talking about ultra prep, peak of season, the last 2 months before your main event. And this would be within 4 minutes, you try to get your athlete to risk failing after 60 seconds. And by failing, I mean not being able to sustain the pace anymore. So they actually should overpace the first 60 seconds and then just try to hold on to that pace somehow for the remaining 3. Now what this does to the body and also to the mind is it helps you to lose the fear of failing, and this is the greatest fear of them all. And this can manifest itself physically. So when you are in a boat like this now, and you're the one who tries to catch up, you're in a better position. But still, you're a bit afraid. There's always fear. Hey, they want to get us. It's like a real chase. Now, these guys are feeling the same pain as the other guys do. However, they feel more sorry for themselves because they feel like the boat isn't going anywhere. Now, this makes them potentially slower. And this is an effect you shouldn't underestimate. Now, I suggest to do the following thing to practice this in training. Give it all and make your athletes understand that failing during training is exactly what they want. I don't mean they should pass out. I just mean they should not be able to sustain the pace. And when you do this 3 times a week, and for the rest it's low intensity stuff, 1 to 2 millimole, you develop a lot of confidence. And I would never ask these guys, you have to do this split time, you have to do this pace. I would just ask them, okay, go so hard that after 60 seconds you have absolutely no idea, honestly, no idea how you should sustain that pace. And they're going to fall apart then. They're going to fall apart in terms of physique, in terms of technique, in terms of mentality. They will become aggressive, they will become angry. Some may start to cry because it's an emotional thing. Sounds harsh, but this is reality, guys. And then when you get to the start, you have a team that is mentally and physically, for their level, unbeatable. So to sum it up, 8 to 6 months before the main peak of season, I would do low steady state between 1 millimole and 4 millimole. 60 to 70% should be up to 2 millimole, and the rest can be 3 to 4 millimole, even 5 millimole pieces. The closer you come towards peak of season, the more you increase the intensity. Everything above 5 to 6 millimole I don't usually measure anymore. I just do it with restricted stroke rate and full force. But I have to estimate what it means to the athletes. And I always do clean out sessions, so I have 1 on day, 1 off day. Sometimes 1 day on, 2 days off. And off doesn't mean no practice. Off means just low intensity, but also not super low. You actually want to trigger the organism a bit. So you want to do 10 minutes at 3 to 4 millimole, then easy piece of 10 minutes, and again 10 to 15 minutes at 3 to 4, 5 millimole, and then the rest easy and light. And this helps them clean out. And then I would have 1 easy day. So 1 on with high intensities, the closer you come to the peak of season, 1 with somewhat clean out stuff, and 1 that is super low and easy. And depending on athletes, I would have a look. If you have pretty explosive athletes in your team, give them more days off where they don't do anything, because this is how to recover much quicker. If you have classic endurance type of athletes, they should do a bit of volume just to keep the organism going. These 2 types of athletes just react differently. Rob, there are so many things to say, and this is basically our main job here at RM Training. We write training plans specifically for teams. So if you're interested, I'm happy to help you and write a training plan for your team. Just let me know. I'm happy to do this. Interesting experiments, and I think we could change quite a bit. All right, guys. Rob, I hope this was helpful for you. Everybody watching, I hope this was interesting for you. For me, look at them raising their hands. Yeah, they got us. Yes, we just got another boat slightly damaged, but I'm sure there's not much damage going on. Guys, If you have not subscribed, please do it. Share the video, show it to your friends, and help me grow that channel. I want to make it a big channel. Because the bigger it becomes, the more time I can spend and the more free video analysis I can do for you guys. So 10K subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, that's my next goal. Spring Training Camp 2020. It's going to come up now April 22nd to 25th. Few spots, very few spots left. Athletes from 9 different countries already participating. It's going to be huge fun on rmtraining.com/camps. And summer camp 2020, yeah, August, late August, just before the World Masters. And I'm thinking of doing a training camp in Munich just before the Euromasters Munich. A lot of people requested that. Let me know if you're interested. Send me an email to info@rmtraining.com. All right, I'll leave you right here with this very, very interesting footage. I put the link to the footage in the description. I wish you a very good day, and I'm looking forward to see you all soon here. Bye-bye.